hey, let's do some Majestic training. We did some hrefs, now we'll do some Majestic work. And so that's a good thing for you because Majestic does a few things that href doesn't, and vice versa too. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to go through and I'm pulling. You caught me in the middle of one of them. I'm going to grab a competitor's link. This is just like we did before on hrefs. And then I'm going to search it. And now at the same time, I want to check out the root domain. That way that'll give me more links will come up rather than just the... All right. Now, I'm going to go over to the summary. There's two metrics that I want you to look at here. One is trust flow. The other is citation flow. And you can see it. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. Right there. Citation flow. Let's talk about citation flow since we're on this side of the page. Citation flow is a metric that I do not pay very much attention to. It's very easy to manipulate because it's basically a measure of how many links a site has. So if you went and bought 1 million links from a Fiverr guy and have it be the worst links in the world, your citation flow would go up. So that's why I don't pay attention to citation flow. But the metric I do pay attention to is trust flow. In fact, it's my favorite metric other than revenue in link building. It's trust flow is really the measure of the authority of a site. So, and that's topical too. So, topical trust flow is hard to manipulate. And if you're going to go by metrics on whether or not a site should be a site that you want to get a link from, go by trust flow. All right, so what do we do when I put my competitor in, you put your competitor in, and you could do a couple of things. You could go to referring domains, and Ahrefs has this same feature. It's no different. The only difference is, and I can show you here, is let's sort this not by backlinks, but by trust flow. Remember, trust flow is the measure of really the trustworthiness of a site. And it's not how many links they have, but how great are the links they have and how topical are those links. So now what I'm going to do is I go through my competitor links here on on Majestic. Now I can look at this trust flow, 91. Wow, what is that? Well, that's on Blogspot. Obviously, that's going to be, it's not a link you're going to replicate. Unless you go set up an account and set up a profile link and set up a blog post and put your link on it, but that's not going to do you very good. All right, so I'm going to go through, and what is this? Remember, this client is a small business loans. So I am going to go through and I'm going to look at the topical trust flow. Now look at this. Their best link is about computers and companies. That's not a very good trust flow. If you recall, we go back. Look how their trust flow is on. Well, it was 7. It just went down. Their citation flow is what? 33. Their trust flow is 6. So this isn't a real healthy site. And I can look, and then if I go to the referring domains, if I go back there again, and then I sort by trust flow, so basically I want to go down and I want to find a backlink that's in the category of business or small business. And we see their best link is about computers, arts and literature, computers, reference, business. See that? Business, but it's food and related products. So what I do here is I open up the links that are in this category, business. And they don't have that many of them. Well, let me get this out of the way. And there's one. So you would go through and find the category that's most relevant to your site. But so this is the little difference between Ahrefs and Majestics, is this topical trust flow. Do I want to worry about some of these sites on here? Well, you start getting to a real low number, but you know what? I look at them all. They might be like, this directory is probably horrible. This is what I do when I'm looking over links. All right, so this site is ugly, but can I get a backlink on it? Maybe. So wait a minute, but let's see. Do I want a backlink from this site? It has good trust flow. Well, not the greatest, but it's relevant at least. It's a relevant link according to Majestic. And that's another thing too. Just because it's relevant to Majestic doesn't mean it's going to be relevant to Google. All right, I'm going to go to SpyFu again. I want to know their traffic numbers. So even if you get a site that has great trust flow, bring it over to SpyFu. Just make sure. $89 worth of traffic a month. So yeah, I'm probably going to pass on that. And let me go to the next ones. $1,000 online business bureau. Well, that might be low hanging fruit. I'll go over there and put that on my spreadsheet. I think so. They get their link. Well, that's not going to be low-hanging fruit. That site's down. And I won't do this for too long in this video because you already know basically the premise from the Ahrefs. Now this gets $989 worth of traffic. So is it... No, I really don't like any of these. No. And there they got a link here as an affiliation. So I don't see any there. All right, but that's what you do to do your look over your competitors' links and find out, you know, opportunities where you can maybe find sites that that's linking to them and that you can get to link to you too. All right, I'm going to go and do one more competitor, root domain. They got a lot better trust flow. I go to referring domains. I'm going to sort by not backlinks. I'm going to sort not by citation flow because that's easy to game. I'm going to sort by trust flow, and then I'm going to look for links that are relevant to my client's site. Look at this. Right off the bat, their best backlink is on Forbes. It has a 71 topical trust flow. So you can get Forbes links, and I guess it just costs money, like $1,200 to get a do follow link. I think you can find contributors that'll do it for you. But look at this one. Is this going to be one I can replicate? I'm thinking no. They probably got them down at the bottom as a. I may come back to this site, but I don't think it's low-hanging fruit. All right, so I'll come back. Business financial services, that's right up my alley. Remember, these are for prospects. This is for my client who does small business loans. So this is the type of site that would be really helpful. All right. Let's see how much traffic they get. $272. All right, how easy can I score this link on this? All right, I'm moving on. But you get the idea. I'm not going to go through all my prospects here and look over their links. What you want to do is pull out opportunities as you go through all your competitors' links. You're looking for high trust flow links that are in your industry. And that's a pretty safe number, trust flow. Remember, this is Majestic's guess on what they consider to be authoritative sites in the right top topics. So, but that doesn't mean it's Google's. This is not something that's cut and dry. This is just a simulated guess on what's important to Google. And trust flow, I think, is important to them. I think that Majestic gets into something pretty deep with it, and it's worth looking at, but it's the one metric that I pay attention to in link building. Also, Majestic has a lot more links in their database than Ahrefs. I think between the three, you have Ahrefs, you have Majestic, and you have Moz. Majestic has the largest database of links, so they find a lot of them. Ahrefs finds a lot, but not quite as much as Majestic. And also Moz, they don't find nearly as many as Ahrefs or Majestic. But for this portion, you're just going over your competitors' links. You're going to go through and you're going to look for opportunities to get links that are in your topical trust flow. And I would, how far do you go down? Do you go down to a 10, 12? I don't think so. I think maybe 20 would be your number. But if you can find a good link like this radius.com, it's got a 21 topical trust flow for business, even though it's not about finances. Who knows? And a lot of my clients' competitors are getting their links like this. I'm seeing their logo everywhere. It must be a player. How can we get those? All right, well, that's my business. That's what I got to figure out. You don't have to figure that out. What you just have to do is go look for your competitors' links in Majestic. And I'm going to go ahead and put another video together showing you a really cool function of Majestic that'll help you find probably the lowest hanging fruit you can find in your industry. So you're not going to want to miss that video. So I guess what I'll do is run over there and I'll meet you and I'll be waiting. Bye now.